World War I, also known as the Great War, was a complex and multifaceted conflict with deep-rooted causes that spanned several decades before the outbreak of hostilities in 1914. Understanding the real reasons behind World War I requires delving into various historical, political, economic, and social factors. Here's a detailed explanation of the key factors that contributed to the outbreak of World War I. 1. Nationalism and rivalries. 1. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, nationalism was on the rise across Europe. 1. Nationalistic sentiments fueled a sense of loyalty and pride to one's own nation, language, and culture, often leading to the belief in the superiority of one's own country over others. 2. This intense nationalism created rivalries and tensions between European powers, as each nation sought to assert its dominance and safeguard its interests. 1. Militarism and arms race. 1. European countries engaged in an arms race, heavily investing in their military forces and technologies, particularly in the years leading up to the war. 1. This arms race was partly driven by nationalism and a desire to showcase military strength and prowess. 2. The development of new weapons and military strategies increased the destructive power of armies, contributing to a false sense of confidence in the potential for a swift and decisive victory in war. 1. Alliances and entangling treaties. 1. The European powers formed a series of complex alliances and treaties in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. 1. These alliances were intended to provide security and prevent conflicts, but they ended up creating a web of entangling obligations. 2. The two main alliances were the Triple Entente, France, Russia, and the United Kingdom, and the Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. 2. An attack on one member of an alliance was considered an attack on all members, drawing multiple countries into any potential conflict. 1. Imperialism and colonial rivalries. 1. The late 19th century saw an intensification of imperialist ambitions, as European powers sought to expand their empire and acquire colonies in Africa, Asia, and other regions. 2. The quest for overseas territories often led to clashes between colonial powers with competing interests, heightening geopolitical tensions. 1. Balkan crisis and the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. 1. The Balkans, a volatile region in Southeast Europe, were a hotspot of nationalist and ethnic tensions. 1. The Austro-Hungarian Empire's annexation of Bosnia in 1908 angered Serbia and other Slavic nations, leading to heightened regional instability. 2. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo by a Bosnian Serb nationalist named Gavrilo Princip, who was affiliated with a secret Serbian organization called the Black Hand. 2. Austria-Hungary viewed this assassination as an opportunity to crush Serbian nationalism and presented Serbia with an ultimatum containing harsh demands. 3. Serbia's partial acceptance of the ultimatum was not enough to satisfy Austria-Hungary, which declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. 3. The intricate system of alliances then came into play, leading to a chain reaction of declarations of war among the major European powers. 1. Escalation of conflict. 1. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand acted as a catalyst, but the underlying causes, such as nationalism, militarism, and alliances, contributed to the rapid escalation of the conflict. 1. As each country entered the war to honor its alliances, the conflict quickly spread to involve most of Europe and later drew in other countries from around the world. In conclusion, World War I happened due to a combination of factors, including nationalism, militarism, alliances, imperialism, and the Balkan crisis, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand serving as a triggering event. The war's outbreak was not the result of a single cause but rather the culmination of decades of tension and competition among European powers. The devastating conflict claimed millions of lives and left a lasting impact on the 20th century's geopolitical landscape,